Any other questions about this or other things related to physics, preferably something we talked about?
I have to go just a block being pinned to a wall.
Yes.
And how do you, so my, what I'm struggling with is just like the substitution phase of that. Because I know that force is pinning that to the wall, there's friction.
Right.
Between the wall.
So far, so good.
So, can you like show us the example? Because I still am see
Anyone happen to see the eraser? Oh, no, that's not.
It's in front of your
Ah.
stapler.
Thank you.
I think the biggest piece that kind of threw me off on this one though was just the fact that there was 3 ropes connecting to each other, and I was like, I didn't even know where to start there. And I was like,
Yeah, that is,
what.
if there is a tricky piece to it, I would hope that's the tricky piece.
okay. I kind of looked at it, and I was like, okay, it's already 2:30 a.m. We're going to sleep.
2:30 a.m., the best time to be doing
Prime
physics.
time physics, yeah.
All right, so wall, block, speak. An example of other. As always, force diagram.
Force is right there.
All right. Other is done.
You have weight going down.
Is there friction like?
Well, I gotta have other forces at least, because if I'm done with my force diagram, that thing's accelerating down like that.
You would have normal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, which way is normal point pushing?
Pushing out.
Yep, and then friction going up. If there were no friction on it, the big F and Y would cancel each other out, and I'd have this weight. This is in free fall as is. So there's gotta be something keeping it from doing that. So,
Yeah, I'm looking at them.
we don't have to break anything up. You got equations of motion. Again, you're trying to find that, is it going to slip? Or you're trying to find the F, so I gave you mu sub S. So you know what the maximum static friction is.
Right.
But then we have to.
The minimum of that is related to, well, it has to counter that. And that is related to the friction, which is related to the weight.
It's all connected, man.
So, when you have a big F, that doesn't mean force, it's just.
Well, in the problem, I labeled it as big F, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, I just used the label that was in the problem.
Okay.
If you wish to give it a different symbol, like F sub A for applied force, that's fine too.
You can leave
I'm
it.
just getting confused because I guess all the like big F, little F, yeah.
Next time.
Some textbooks, and I can't remember what yours does, because I never remember what any textbook does specifically.
And then like.
Building friction force like that, they'll always do the capital F for force, and then the subscript tells you what kind, so like I do with tension. I don't know if that works better for you, but I mean, there is.
So it's F, but then it's also the normal force because I've seen it with the big N, and then I'm just like, is this supposed to be meaningless?
Oh,
Yeah.
use for normal force, using capital N for normal force? Yeah, I've seen that done. I'm really not a fan because it is used for newtons.
So then, like, if I see the number and then an N, and they're talking about normal force, I'm like, but that's newtons, so that's supposed to be like friction or force.
Yeah, because when you end up with the equation of N equals 4N, that's would be normal force and that would be newtons. The capital N stand for different things, which I'm not a fan of. But in 152, you'll see it's something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I try to make friction different from the other ones. If you want to use your own symbols, now if you're using F sub N, I think I can figure that one out. If you want to use Q for something, just make sure you tell me what Q stands for, come up with your own system.
Now, another quick question. It says, okay, it says mu, okay, I'll get back to question 7, but it says mu sub S1T.
That was the notation I used for the static friction between object 1 and the table.
Oh. Oh. God, I thought that had to do with tension.
No, no,
What does that have to do with anything?
I was just messing with your head. That's what it was all about. I've been playing the long game, knew you'd be here, started that years ago.
Met my dad back in college. Knew it.
That's right. Oh, I'll make his son pay. All right, Ali, did I answer enough of your question?
Yeah, that's good. I'm not sure.
It's just, once you get this far, set up the equations of motion. Once you know the weight, you'll know the friction force. Once you know the friction force and you know the coefficient, you'll figure out the normal force, and then you'll figure out F. Other questions? Anyone about to come up with a question?